All right, hello everyone. We are back here on the channel. We've got a special video for you today. I think you'll really enjoy this. It's stuff everyone needs to know, especially in the new economy as we move forward and cryptocurrency becomes more and more prevalent. I'm joined today by, of course, Bob Kudla of TradeGeniusAcademy.com. He's here to give us some background on the crypto markets, talk about the developments, latest news in the cryptocurrency world, and also talk about some of their products that they offer at Trade Genius Academy that can help you become a much better trader and give you some more insight and access that regular traders do not have. So Bob, welcome. And how about we kick it off by telling the audience out there what they have available to them now from Trade Genius Academy.
Yeah, so we're running some fall specials for you today. And we have a couple bundles. One that we combined our software, which is extremely profitable software. And you can get the software. In addition to that, you get access to our trading rooms for a year, either on the stock side or the cryptocurrency side. We have another bundle for people to get into actually trading either the cryptos or the stocks. You get into both of those rooms as well. And then we have bigger packages for people to get all the training software and also get all the coaching as well. So those are our fall bundles. They're already discounted significantly for your subscribers, and then they run till Friday night. They're very, very good, and we're just been doing extremely well with this, and cryptos especially. They've woken up out of their slumber, and I think they're really ready to rock. In fact, the last 2 weeks have been extremely profitable for those who trade with us, and we think this is just the beginning of the next move higher, and we're following an analog from 2014 that suggests much higher.
Interesting, and that's one of the cool things that I've always found about your guys' software is that the signal software, right? It can indicate to people when moves are coming, when they should make moves in the market. How does that work, and what can that benefit? How can that benefit people who use it?
Yeah, so what we've done, really what moves prices for assets is you look at the volume, and then you look whether or not the volume is coming in when people are buying, or the volume is coming in when people are selling, and that puts buying pressure and selling pressure. And at certain points and at certain amounts, it gets to a point where it signals us to say, hey, this is a buy signal, this is a sell signal. The analogy I give people to help them kind of visualize this is that if you own a home and you put your home on the market and you have an open house and you've already priced it and 50 people show up the first weekend, you probably have a bidding war on your hands. Mm-hmm. And if you put your home on the market and nobody shows up for 6 weeks, you probably overpriced your home. Well, it works the same way in the stock market and the crypto market. So you look at when whatever the price is of Bitcoin at the moment, if people are trying to buy it or bid it up, it's called, money's coming in on the bid, then we start seeing buying pressure, and then vice versa. When it's exhausting itself on the move, it creates an oscillation. So we just coded that and placed it into our system, and it has a very high profit factor. You know, it's 2 to 1 winners to losers, and then the winners are the percentage outruns the losers. So overall, people make money on it very, very consistently, and we like it. We obviously use it ourselves because we developed it for ourselves, and then one thing led to the other. People started asking us for it, and then turned into a service, and turned into me talking to you today. So that's kind of the genesis behind it. It's a very simple in concept, and it's years of tweaking to get it aligned the way we want it, and it's just very profitable software. So you get that software, and then you get the trading room too, and it's a great bundle. And like today on the stock side, we had people make $500-600 off the signal for trading the futures, and that was more than it would cost you to be in the room for the year and getting the software. The cryptocurrencies, the last 2 weeks, Bitcoin's up 14% from our signal. And then with some of the altcoins we traded with it, some people are up 1/3 already over where they were just 2 weeks ago trading cryptos. Cryptos are waking up. Our signal saw it. We got people in it. And I think the move has more. I think this is more than just a bounce. I think this is we're going to start seeing higher lows now and higher highs, James. And I think it's really going to rock.
Yeah, definitely. That's a lot of people. Like I had a lot of friends who were trading cryptos, and people have sort of gone off it. Like it was a trend for a lot of people. But I think that it's a mistake to believe that, oh, just because some people have decided, oh, we're not going to participate anymore, that it's over, right? Because the market is creeping back up, and the people who didn't believe it last year around this time were really regretting it around November, December, and January. So there's definitely potential for movement there, especially as people start getting back into it. And one of the reasons crypto's in the news again are these Bitcoin ETFs. Now I know a lot of people are saying, some of the casual analysis I've heard has been, well, if the SEC approves one of these ETFs, it's going to be huge for the market. But if they don't approve the ETF, it's going to be a disaster. Before we went live here on the recording, you sort of had a different take on that. So tell me a little bit about what could happen as a plus side, on the positive side for these ETFs. But is it that much of a deal breaker if the SEC does not approve any of these Bitcoin ETFs?
Yeah, our view is it's irrelevant. See, you already made the case in your last monologue that you just shared with your listeners, James, in terms of, look, money has moved from retail, the Lambo crowd, now into the into the Mercedes crowd. The institutional guys now, the hedge fund guys, are the ones buying everything retail was selling, and so they understand intuitively the value of having a non-banking asset, non-correlated asset. So they've been buying what retail has been selling. They don't need an ETF, okay? So they have institutional custodians now, and you're starting to see companies like Square, Morgan Capital, somebody that we know the founder of. He just created basically a hedge fund and a custodianship where they will put a blend of coins together. So registered investors and institutional investors are getting the tools and the custody and security protocols they need to invest big money with people who have big money. And that's what's really going to move cryptos along. You make money in the stock market and the crypto market by not being the pioneer as a retail. You make it by being a basically, you watch those birds, that sit around and watch the fish come to the surface, and they just eat from what the whales bring up. And so that's the best way to trade. You follow the big money, and the big money is moving into crypto. You see the market cap, you see the volumes are starting to pick back up, and they just needed an opportunity to create what they call the protocols so that they can pass their risk management functions and their fiduciary functions onto their investors. So ETF to us is really irrelevant. It's a retail product, and you're really watching what the institutional people are doing. Look, JP Morgan, Bank of America, look, they're getting into this space. They're not getting into this space because they think it's going to fail. They're getting into space because they think it's an opportunity for them to make a lot of money, and also to keep an eye on it because it's going to be their death knell, going into the future.
Right. And so as the usability of crypto increases, and as more and more companies either start accepting it as a payment method or offering other financial products like you're mentioning there, how is that going to affect prices? How is that going to affect your average trader out there?
Yeah, well, for traders, it's just getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper to do the transaction. So you're going to start seeing the entry, like in the Coinbase and people like that. Those prices are going to continue to fall as companies like Square and Robinhood, get into the space. And then in terms of just transactions, the more volume there is, the more the cheaper the commissions are. I mean, the commissions now, if you look at Binance, are like nothing. It's not even worth even worrying about. And so the other thing too is Bitcoin's halving again, and then in the next 3 years, there's no more Bitcoin going to be mined. And so the scarcity factor is going to start taking hold as well. And everything will follow Bitcoin up. So the things that Bitcoin won't naturally do, some of the altcoins will. And then they'll start rising in price with Bitcoin because you're going to need Bitcoin to be able to purchase these altcoins. And everything's just going to rock together. We think the move, this is no different than any other kind of, you couldn't even really call this a parabolic move. My view is the move last year was a contrived parabolic move, and now if you just took that top off, year over year you're moving higher again with with Bitcoin, and I think it's just going to continue. And people need to. It's moving. The volatility is moving fast enough for people who trade to be interested in it,
Hmm.
and for people who are looking for alternatives to the banking system. You have to own some of it for your own protection. Look, the reason why it popped in the last 2 3 weeks is the dollar started to get soft, and in Iran and in Turkey, their economies are imploding, and they saw the pickup of purchases of Bitcoin in that part of the world, and so people absolutely understand this is how I can get wealth out of a country that's failing, and so and I think we're at an end of an economic run, and you're going to see people flock to this as more and more disruptions happen in the marketplace.
Yeah, especially one of the things that I've talked about here on the channel too is this idea of deplatforming and people losing their access to bank accounts, their access to use Mastercard, PayPal, all these services for a variety of reasons. And as that increases, of course, one of the great things about crypto is I can pull up my Electrum wallet right here, and there's nobody regulating whether or not you can use that service. So it's open and accessible to just about anybody, and that's one of the great things about it too. As a currency, it's not regulated like the banks are. So as this market volatility increases, as the volume picks back up, let's finish off here by talking about some of these other things that Trade Genius Academy offers to traders who want to know what's going on, who don't want to get lost in the movement. They want to actually make a lot of money as this market increases. So what can people get with this Friday night special, or this special that goes until Friday night, that can help them become better traders?
Yeah, so we really offer five things, James. Is we have what's called a signal service or chat room where we select the best opportunities and we text those out looking at our algorithm so that people can buy and sell with confidence. You also have access to the chat room.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to that, people who actually will buy access to the chat room and the signal service, will give them an additional access to a piece of software that we're going to be releasing next month at no charge to them, kind of a free gift. It's an indicator that confirms a trend change, and it's something we use personally for a long time, and we decided to release it out into the marketplace. The other thing that we have is software itself. We have two versions of the software. One is one that we will push out signals called Crypto Express, where people can actually get access to 20 or 30 of the coins, and we have buy and sell signals come out to them via email. Or we have on TradingView a piece of software called Crypto Money Machine. It's a short swing trader kind of a thing, where people will actually see buy and sell signals on the screen for the coins they like to trade, and then they can be independent of us. In addition to that, we have coaching. We have a lot of coaching going on right now. The interest has spiked again, James.
Mm-hmm.
So we do personal coaching for people, and then we have training for people how to trade the cryptos long, how to trade them short, and how to use the software. So that's what we do. All those are either you can buy those standalone, or you can use the TG45 code, or you can go ahead and buy one of the bundles that are already pre-discounted. And that's what we offer. TradeLikeAGenius.com is a site. Trade Genius Academy gets you there as well.
Cool. Yeah, that's all great stuff that I definitely encourage people to check out. This is already one of the easiest ways to get into investing and to learn how to become a better investor. And as we have mentioned in previous videos like this, the barrier to entry to crypto is so low. You compare this to some kind of mutual fund or something. A lot of mutual funds, you need to go in with a couple $1,000s at the minimum, dozens of thousands of dollars. With crypto, you can buy in at any price, literally at any price. It's as much as you want to spend, and you can get in and start trading and start investing and hopefully start making money as this market returns to a full strength. And the funny thing is, there are people who are making a lot of money even in sort of the low period for crypto. You can still make money. And
yeah, we trade at both sides, James. I mean, look, we from a macro and a secular story, we totally are believers in cryptocurrencies, but as a trader,
mm-hmm.
Hey, if there's an opportunity to trade it as it's going down, we'll do that too.
Yeah.
And we teach people how to do all that. The other thing too is we truly are traders. We trade this stuff. and we're in the trading room, so we're not like some sort of marketing shop. So,
Mhm.
you get in there, we're trading. I'm at my desk, 4:30, 5 o'clock most mornings, and I'm there till market closes on the stock side. And Phil he's there during the stock day, and he's in and out day and night. And then we see people pinging us, and we can get in there and we can answer when it's off hours, if you will. And most weekends we're hanging out there as well. So it's we love this stuff and we live for it, and we're definitely there to help people become better traders. And people get in the room and they can talk to the people who trade with us. They'll understand that we're creating a family here and we're all rowing in the same direction.
Cool. Cool. Well, that's great. This is definitely something I encourage everybody to go check out. It's tradegeniusacademy.com or tradelikeagenius.com. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay, great. And check it out before too long, actually before Friday night, and you get the great special bundle deals as well. So, Bob, thanks for joining me. I do appreciate it, and we will talk again soon.
Yeah, James, to keep the faith, I think it's going to be a good year end for us.